Welcome back to another edition of the Sunday Weekly Recap for my content creation vlog. And if you're new here, just so you are aware, the purpose of this is to record the progress I make in the content creation that I'm involved with. And so I am doing this to help keep myself accountable on this year-long kind of journey that I'm on of creating or engaging in some part of content creation every single day for a year, partly or majorly inspired by Unis Honest and the work Mark and Ethan did with that project last year. And so that's the point of this blog, is just to go over what I've done this last week, talk about the progress, and just share out what I'm excited for. And so a couple of things, but let's just launch right into it. First up, I have a new podcast releasing. This one is kind of just a almost chit-chat kind of talk show with two of my friends that I met in graduate school here at Texas State University, and it's called F and Chat. And so this show will talk about everything from video games and anime, pop culture, sports, whatever it is. Everything is fair game, and the three of us have just been friends for a long time. We all enjoyed podcasts, and we thought, hey, let's do this. And so that podcast is hopefully releasing the same day as this video, but we are still working out the editing. I'm not on the editing part. Marco, one of the co-hosts, is taking over that. And so we're splitting up those duties just to make sure that all of us have kind of a fair share in the production of it. And so I am taking on a producer role in this podcast, and so we're just kind of working out the kinks, and hopefully we get it out today. If not, will be tomorrow, the day after this video is released. So F and Chat is going to be, I think, a lot of fun. Our first episode, we were all kind of nervous, but it worked out really well. I think we just had really good rhythm, and we were able to keep the conversation going. That podcast will be about an hour long, which is longer than what I tend to prefer for most of my podcasts, but it kind of follows the standard of this type of show, and I think an hour felt right for the conversations we want to have and that we did have. And so there'll be a Discord actually for that community that are interested in that podcast, because for me, the point of it is helping contribute to that community relations and in building that I'm really interested in. And we really want this podcast to take off, and so we also feel that this Discord is one of the best ways that we can do that and just engaging in that community, because all three of us also stream occasionally on Twitch, and so that Discord will also help us connect with people that are interested in being on stream with us, or catching us when we're live, or just watching the other content that we create as the three of us explore content creation. And so yeah, I hope you tune in for that one. I think it's a lot of fun. You'll find it everywhere that you listen to podcasts, everywhere you listen to my podcast, wherever that may be. Oh yeah, so I have decided that I do think that streaming is going to count towards this content creation daily task of mine. I don't want to call it a task. I think that gives it a different feeling. I'm not sure how I want to refer to that right now, but this daily content creation that I'm engaging in. And so I think what I'm settling with is Saturday morning streaming sessions. So if you're interested in joining in, all of my Saturday morning streaming sessions will be, and those are generally going to be 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the US. And all of those games that I stream on Saturday mornings will be community option, meaning they are games where I can play with anyone who wants to play. And so joining my personal Discord for that stream channel will give you the opportunity to jump in and play whatever game it is. And so I'll be playing everything from survival and crafting games like Valheim, which released this week, and that's what I streamed yesterday, to Grounded on the Xbox, to board games, whatever those may be. We'll change them up pretty often, I imagine. But if you're interested in joining in and playing with those games, please. I'm doing this streaming to build that community and engage and play games with with people from all around the world. So if you want to join in and play, like, please hit me up on my Discord. Let's play together. The comic, the big goal of this year-long Escapade is moving forward. I am now looking for an artist. Of course, it's always moving forward, but I'm now looking for an artist to design a cover art, to kind of get that ball rolling a little bit faster, and just like start getting some visuals out there and building up a little bit more PR with it, I guess, a little bit more marketing options, and just to have progress to share out, because I don't want to quite share images of the writing that I have. And so I think finding an artist now to at least get that cover art out there and start working towards getting ready for a launch on a crowdfunding platform. So hopefully I can find an artist soon. I do have somewhat of a deadline. I'm appearing on a live podcast where we want to talk about this comic book in March, and so it's a little bit of a tight deadline, but we'll see what we can do. I've also put some hours this week into updating my website, and so if you frequent my website, you'll probably be seeing those changes go live this week. Put in quite a few hours, but I think that it's really going to improve the look of the website, the functionality, and now that I have more projects releasing, it's going to help centralize them even more than what they were, and highlight the ones I want to highlight. So hopefully those changes to the website are good. I would always love any feedback that anyone ever has. My contact information is on the website as always. Would love to hear from you. Now, the big life announcement that I have is that I have chosen, or made the final decision really, to leave graduate school. So I am currently studying student affairs, trying to attain my master's here at Texas State University. However, I have decided that I no longer want to be in student affairs, and rather I am going to try and pursue content creation as my actual career. Now, this was something I knew that I'd want to do down the line, but I'm just deciding now that let's speed that up and let's do it sooner. And so I have told friends and family, my advisors, my supervisors, everyone's in the know now. And so at the end, I'll be finishing out this semester because I'm taking a couple of courses that I think are really valuable. And I've signed on for some pretty important projects, and so I don't want to leave my supervisors high and dry. But following the end of this semester, I will be finding a way to engage in content creation as a full-time gig, whether that means freelancing and part-time freelancing and part-time working on my projects, or that means finding a studio somewhere and doing and acting as a podcast host or producer with them, or maybe I go a different route and work in a project or team coordinator roles with like maybe video games or something. I kind of have my options open. Obviously, I'm leaning towards something that allows me to continue engaging in my podcast or podcasts of other people, because I love podcasts, and that's what's that's what I feel brings the most value to me. Lastly, I've been having some difficulties actually making something every day. And so I've taken a step back and I realized like I'm getting burnt out because I think I have to actually like sit down and write something or record something every single day. And that's not entirely accurate. I think it's fully in line with the goals to just participate in even research. So developing the script for a podcast or just working towards that. I think all of that counts for content creation. And so we're going to see me talking about that a little bit more as that becomes a stronger part of this weekly recap vlog. Now, I've counted that for the comic, yes, of course, but in the past I was hesitant to even call like research into like specific topics I want to talk about as content creation. And I think as long as I do that meaningfully and not just like 15 minutes of quick research, I think that I will still feel like these goals are still being met. And so we'll see me talking about that a little bit more. But that is the end of this week's weekly recap, and so thank you for joining me, and I look forward to engaging with you in some type of community aspect. Have a good day.